First and foremost, man, I just want to say thank you for jumping on the platform, for taking the time to do this. I definitely appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for the invite, bro.
Absolutely, man. I'm a fan of the music, so I had to get you on so that way, my fans can get familiar with you, but not only my fans, maybe there's going to be some things that we talk about that maybe your fans are not familiar with. So it's going to be a good conversation, man.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
could,
forward to it.
I
Let's
could,
get it cracking. Yeah.
yeah, I could already feel the energy, man. I could already feel the energy. You're an Atlanta-based recording artist, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. You grew up in Atlanta, or where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Atlanta. Nah,
Oh,
West
really?
Side. Yeah, Bankhead. Yeah, the original Atlanta.
Dope. Yeah, no, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
nah, for
Um,
sure.
let me ask you one random question before we dive in. Is your alarm set at 7 a.m. every morning?
Okay, so I'm actually up before that most days. I wake up about 5 in the morning, sometimes 4.
Really?
Yeah, I wake up very early, man.
You get
Unless
it
I
in. You get it
unless I
done.
have unless I'm going to sleep at 4 or 5. But
Right,
primarily,
right.
yeah, primarily, we have our nights as artists, but primarily as a healthy adult, I wake up around 4 or 5 in the morning.
Wow. Salute to you, man. Getting it done, bro. Taking
Yeah,
taking
yes, sir.
advantage of the day that we're blessed with.
I mean, you only got one at a time. You feel me? You
E-
might as well
Exactly, bro.
do everything you
Exactly.
can do with it. So that's kind of how I look at it. I try to. I mean, I think I started the latter part of, well, the early part of 2021. I started doing it. Like I had always done it as a kid, but as you get older, we just get lazy and comfortable. So we start
Right.
doing things that are more convenient. You ain't got nothing to do, so you stay in the bed versus creating things to do. So
Absolutely.
that's what I wake up and do. I create things to do to be productive in the day.
Yeah, for sure. Now, how did the name 7 a.m. come to be?
Well, my original name was Seven Amioni, and
Oh,
yeah, it was a whole different name. But I just switching
wow.
over different labels and companies and publishing. I had to switch it. So the abbreviation 7 a.m. is just Seven Amioni.
That's dope. Very
Yeah,
unique. I like that, bro. I
thanks,
really
man.
like that, man. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
You know, I was telling people earlier before you jumped on, and salute to everybody jumping on. I see you guys. I see some familiar names tapping in. But I've been playing, the albums like all week, heavy, man, heavy.
That's dope. That's dope.
For those who are not familiar, how would you describe your sound?
It's always an interesting question. It's I can only call it a fusion. It's a fusion. You got a little bit of soul. You got a little bit of R&B. You got a little bit of trap. You got a little bit of pop, a little bit of reggae. It's pretty much just an embodiment of everything that I've absorbed at 29 years old.
I actually agree with that completely because I do hear a lot of everything you just mentioned in your sound
Yeah, and
for sure.
that's what makes it so unique. It's like it's unboxed because my ears aren't in the box. So whatever I hear that
Mm.
rides, in that moment, that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah, I like
You know?
that, man. I like that. Now, the one thing that I noticed too is something that's kind of consistent throughout the sounds is live instrumentation. Do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I'm a little, I got my a little intermediate with the guitar. I produce as well.
Couple basic chords.
Yeah, and I know all the basic ones. I know all the basic
Okay.
chords. But as someone who respects guitarists and instrumentalists, I kind of I'm not gonna give myself the hat if I ain't work for the hat. You feel me? So
True.
I can make it sound good. Like if you tell
Right.
me to pick up the guitar at a party, I'm not gonna be impressed, but we're gonna have a good time. Throw a little voice in there, ain't nobody complaining.
That's true. That's true. That's
But
true.
nah, yo, like I just that's kind of when the sound changed for me. I definitely had more of a trappy sound before I got
Mhm.
into more of the live instrumentation. As far as in the music that I let out, like I would always record these records, but you know what I'm saying, I was never putting out these records. Sober was the first time um I got like comfortable and I was like, you know what, let's just put out what is me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not trying to I finally found a niche and it fits. So you know what I'm saying? Like you don't know when you're gonna find it as an artist. And kind
Right.
of when it stick, that should stick.
Right.
you know. And when it stuck, man, it was undeniable, and anybody that heard it felt the same way. And that's when I knew. It was like when I wasn't. I'm not one of those cats. Like most of the stuff that I like don't like are people's favorites. Like I don't like a
Mm.
lot of stuff, and people be like, "Yo, you're crazy." I'm just like, because I'm my own engineering. I engineer all my songs. I don't have a engineer. I record myself, so it's a very personal experience. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm
So
very
you
critical. I'm
listen,
extremely critical.
listen, you listen, you might not we only talked briefly, but you're not really too familiar with me. So I used to dabble in the music, so I know what you're talking
Mm,
about. So you
yeah,
go in and you're over here pressing record, then you're running back to the mic.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like the way I record, like even when I'm in, no matter what studio I go to, whether it be Patchwork or home studio, like I record like where the camera is where the mic is.
Right. Oh, okay,
and
okay, okay.
I'm right here and I'm singing. So
Ah,
I record like a producer.
yes.
You feel me? So like,
Yes.
but
Interesting.
yeah. So when you are your own engineer and you're recording yourself, you're super critical on what gets laid. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I know what I'm gonna do to it as an engineer. So it has
Right.
to sound right. So I don't really
Now,
worry about the. Go ahead.
that's what no, 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 because you got me on my music thing, man. Now, are you mixing all your stuff too, or are you sending
Yeah,
out to get mixed?
I mix it.
Wow.
Mm.
Listen, for those who are tuning in right now live, this is not an easy thing. My man says he's recording, he's singing, he's doing it, and then he's also mixing the record. Like, guys, this is. I mean, I gotta commend you, man.
It's it's almost funny because when I just got into a new situation with Beetroot. Shout out to Beetroot, my distro company, and my publishing company. But I remember when they asked me when I was first coming in, they were surprised. It's like, so you need an engineer, right? I was like, nah, just book the room.
Listen, you're saving some bread. You're saving some bread that way
What?
too.
Just book the room, man, and I'll figure it out. It took me. I never when you go to a new studio, it's always a different sound and a different in order to get your scope. And like my template itself is like the plugins in it plus the sound. It's a good five
Right.
to $10,000 template just on
Woo.
how you know what I'm saying, just on the how we built it. So as soon as I put my voice in it, it's butter. Like on no matter
Great.
what beat it is, it's butter. So it's like to go in a whole new setup without that was I can say that was challenging, but it took me an hour.
So you gotta bring the drive with all the plugins with you.
Nah, I'm fine.
My guy. All right, let's
Nah.
move on. Somebody said it's not easy because you're doing vocals. Exactly, because especially with a vocalist, you're adding so many layers. You're in and out adding these layers, so it does take a while. But yo, let's switch gears. 2017 brought the album Sober, incredible album that I feel like even though that was about 5 years ago, it's still so relevant now.
Man, 5 years. That shit sounds
That's
crazy
about
when you
five
say it.
years ago,
Yeah, when
bro.
you say it though, like, and then it becomes real.
Right. Right, right. And I
It
feel
becomes
like if you
real.
go back and listen to it, it's still such a relevant album. It still has this current sound. What was the theme? What was the mind state when you were creating this?
Um, well, like that joint was all over the place because I was all over the place. You know, I was in
Mm.
college. I was an alcoholic. I was you know what I'm saying. I was a lot of
Mm.
things in college. You
Yeah,
know,
you
all
make
of
me
us.
feel bad with the red cup. I'm not an alcoholic, but I'm.
You know what I'm saying. My family
Cheers,
might be on it, but you know what I'm
cheers to you,
saying.
cheers to you, brother. Cheers to you.
It's solid colored for a reason.
Yeah. Word up. Well, go ahead, go ahead. So your
But
your mind wasn't kind of in the right place when you were creating it.
no, but I mean, like, whose mind was, like at that
Mm-hmm.
age, I created
Mm-hmm.
sober at when I was done, I was 22, 23.
All right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so I was in just like such a fresh state, and like all the voicemails that are on it are actually like exes. Like
Really.
those aren't recorded in studio. Those were voicemails. Like I have hundreds and hundreds of voicemails. I can choose from anytime.
Man, so you had it like that. You had it like that.
No, it wasn't really had it like that. It's just, when you look at, I've always been like a lover boy, a romantic, you know what I'm saying? So like you go through a lot, you feel me?
Absolutely.
Trying
Absolutely.
to find the one, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't really like playing the field, so I was just trying to look for that
Yeah.
equal, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was doing in
Absolutely,
college.
man.
So all the
Absolutely.
songs were about that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why like it goes through levels of hurt, happiness,
Mm.
sadness, um, like, and then even the way it sounds like if people listen to the lyrics, like most of Sober was sad because I was like coming out of a really bad situation, developed a little like just real bad habits in college, and like I was trying to clean my life of that.
Mm.
So that's what Sober was about. It was like that's why Solo, the last thing you hear is the end of the phone call. Like I'm done. I wasn't chasing no more women. I was putting down the like I'm pouring a bottle of alcohol off the roof. That's
Mm.
the cover. And the dope
Yes.
part about the cover is that if you look behind me, there's a storm coming, right? And that's not edits. There was a real storm about to come. We was at the top of the Crown Plaza, which you can't even get in, but we was like, fuck it, we need to get up here. So we just kicked the door in, went to the top, and just started shooting. But like that became the cover because it was so symbolic of what the album meant. Like I was pouring out the liquor and the storm was behind me and there was nothing but sunniness in front of me. And I was like,
Yo,
that's
that's crazy.
I was like, that is perfect.
It was perfect, and I
Yeah.
really, actually, I knew there was a storm behind, but I thought that was all like CGI, like
There's
edited.
no CGI. Dude, that is a real picture that only has contrast and a little HDR on it. That's it. That picture is literally what you
Yo,
see is what happened in that
that's
moment.
that's
Yeah,
crazy, bro.
yeah, it was lit.
Everything happens for a reason, man.
Amen, bro, for sure. But like that,
Yeah.
that's pretty much what that album was. It's like leaving the past behind and trying to go forward.
Yes.
And
Yes. Now, um, fast forward, 2020, we got the next album, Relapse, right?
relapse. Yeah,
Now, I see a theme here.
yeah,
I see a theme here. You got Sober, you got Relapse, and then you've hinted and you told me that the next album is called Rehab.
yeah.
Um, let's not talk about Rehab yet. Tell me kind of where your mind was when you created Relapse.
I mean, it's like what it sounded like.
Yeah.
It's what it is. Like it literally was everything that I tried to do or
There's
tried to
some
accomplish.
there's some joints on there.
Yeah,
Hopeful.
yeah,
I love Hopeful. I love Bullet.
yeah.
But tell me, because that's just me.
No, no, those are the joints, man. I mean, Hopeful and Bullet are saddest songs on there.
I like that stuff, man. Call me a weirdo, but I like it, bro. I'm over here
Saddest
like
songs
no
on there,
lie,
bro.
bro. I can go to the gym and I can listen to R&B while I'm working out. It's
As,
something like I don't know,
as a gym rat, I'm trying to tell you, that's like some of the best workouts.
right?
Like you somber, you chilling, you know what I'm
Thank
saying?
you. I'm glad I'm not the only one, man.
Yeah,
People be
no.
like, "Yo, you're bugging. You got to put this high energy." I'm like, "Nah, I can zone out with chill. I can go
If
in, run two
if
miles."
if I actually like if they played my phone and on speaker in the gym, they'd be like, "What the hell?" Man,
You got
listening
that Jodeci on there.
to Sade, just
Yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying, all the way to James Blake, man, for sure.
Word,
But
word. So good.
so Relapse was like I said, the titles are very they're artistic, but they're not. They're literal. They're very
Mm,
literal. So like Relapse meant exactly what I meant it to mean. Like sober was like sobriety of love, toxins, and bad situations, toxic people,
mm-hmm.
and relapse was well, that didn't work out the way I planned.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I got back in love. I was back on drugs. I was
Mm,
back with toxic people in my life. You know what I'm saying? I was just back in the same situation, just older.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
No, no, for sure. I get it.
yeah. So it was a perpetual cycle of just like trying to figure it out. Because like when I released Relapse, I think that was only 3 years after. So that's not that far
Right.
between the
Right.
situations. So you can like, I think I tricked myself into thinking I had it figured out. And
Right.
Relapse was me admitting, nope, I didn't. So same
Right.
same shit, different day.
Right.
So yeah, that's what that was about.
Crazy. I want people to understand those emotions because when they go back, if they haven't streamed those albums, they're familiar with it. Now, on the low theory, we sprinkle in a little bit of random questions. I already hit you with one, but I want to know who are your top five R&B artists? Because people always say top five rappers, but who are your top five R&B artists?
Mm, let's see. Top five R&B. That's tough.
Yeah, it's different. It's different.
That's a tough one. No, because I have them, but it's like I'm trying to not to go too far back so people know who I'm talking about.
Yes, because you
Yeah,
R&B
yeah.
is such a
Such a wide range. Like
it is
I
in
could
so many
say,
decades. But go ahead.
I could say Bill Withers, and people not know who I'm talking about.
Mm,
I could say Teddy Pendergrass, and people not talking. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, okay,
I'm gonna stay up here though. So like right now, this day and age, Daniel Caesar,
nice.
Kalani,
Oh yeah,
loves Kalani.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, he's so dope.
Um, Leon Bridges.
Of course,
Yeah,
beast.
yeah, crazy. Let's see who else. Right now, Jack James.
Oh, I never heard of Jack James. You're
Yeah,
putting me on.
check him out. I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
Check him out. It's one of those. It was one of those artists. I kind of I love R&B, but I'm a hater of R&B right now. Like, I'm a hater of it just because like you just know where it came from.
Right.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Just
I mean,
the same way hip hop heads be mad at you know
right, right,
new
right,
hip
right,
hop.
right.
They still you know
If we're going to history, of course, of course, of
yeah,
course.
yeah. So you're just like, man, I miss when it sounded like such and such. But there's those, like the artists I named bring that remnants of when it was
Yeah,
honest and true and like toxic. Like R&B is the most toxic music on the planet.
absolutely.
Like
I
it's super toxic.
absolutely.
It's emotionally like toxic, but it's beautiful. So that's what I was missing in R&B. But like as I'm starting to listen to more people, it's getting dope, man. I mean, I love Bryson Tiller. He's also a fusion artist.
Hmm.
Love Bryson Tiller, but
Hmm.
he's a fusion artist. So like, if you want to let's go more R&B. Let's go more R&B.
You only got one more. You already got four.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of another. So I'm gonna go my all time favorite, D'Angelo.
Oh, of course,
Yeah, all time favorite.
definitely.
I don't even care how old you know I get. I'm gonna say that. Like,
You know, you have little sprinkles of them in your sound, bro. You do.
those one, it's them highs, man. Those
Yeah.
notes. Like it's
Yes.
my favorite album of all time is Voodoo.
Incredible album. Come
Man,
on. If
what
for those who haven't heard it, come on. Incredible.
from start to finish, it's like I remember like when I got hired to like my last bartending job in college, it was like, what CD, if you were stranded on the island, what CD would you take with you? If that was his last CD you listened to for the rest of your life, and I was like, Voodoo, D'Angelo. I like at no point in time am I gonna have a bad day or bad experience listening to that album. So
Yo,
that's
listen, we don't
real.
got
That's
too much time because on the low theory, keep it short, sweet, and concise. But off air, I'm going to tell you a crazy D'Angelo story when we talk in
look.
the future, man. It's
By the
crazy.
way,
But anyway,
he's a fan now. By the way, he loves
really,
he. I was told he loves sober. Yeah.
he follows you?
No, we know each other. We know like mutual people, so they played him my album, and that was like one of the
Oh,
dopest like moments of releasing sober.
oh.
Yeah, him
Yo,
saying that he
somebody tag D'Angelo right now. Tag him. Let's get him in here, man.
and
Woo
that'd be
wee.
lit. But
That's
yeah, no,
crazy. So that would be somebody who would be like on your bucket list of collaborations.
oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Incredible, incredible, man. All right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the new album. Let's talk about Rehab. Uh features, the sound, the vibe, is there videos, visuals? We want to know it all. When is it dropping? Is it already recorded? Talk to us.
So yeah, it's recorded. By the time I start talking about it, it's done. Like I'm a studio rat, so like I record. That thing's been done for a minute. So now we're just like, doing the fun back,
Getting all
behind the
the marketing
scenes,
right.
the marketing, the
Right.
paper, the bag behind it,
Yeah.
doing all doing the
Yeah.
fun part. But the album is done and it's sounding amazing. As far as the sound, it's gonna be different from what you guys are used to. It's
How
gonna be
so?
it's just a part of the evolution. There's no really way to explain it. It's kind of like
Mm,
I enhance I just enhanced it. I enhanced my sound. Like the pieces of it that you guys probably loved from the previous albums that had like the bounce. It's all about that now. Like the lyrics, the bars, or you had like a rapping verse that came in out of nowhere. It's so much more of that. It's so much more of
Mm,
just like
I like that.
the entirety of what 7 a.m. is. You know, like it's very honest and raw. Like if this is the most naked album I done had as far as
Ooh.
just yeah. So it's a
You wear
can't
you
wait.
wear you're wearing it on your
Oh
sleeves on
yeah,
this one.
I'm wearing it. It's the whole birthday suit. It's the whole birthday suit. But building the sound was with and I hope he's still in here. You gotta check him out. His name is Ermit's Beats, Anthony Ermit's. But he I think I met him maybe I can't even remember. It was such a interesting time in my life. I met him at a different studio working with a different artist, and then I think maybe a couple months later, because he's on my management team.
Okay.
He came to a session with me, and the first thing we made, if I'm not mistaken, was a bad guy. I
Okay.
think,
Yep.
and that was the first one.
That's a banger.
You feel me? So when you
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
when the first time you link with a cat, and then we're not, these aren't records that are just coming out of his vault. Like he's just giving me the beats. Like we're from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Really, like he's playing. You know, I'm vocalizing. We're finding little moments that fit, and when he didn't like it, he didn't like it at first. We have a lot of moments like that. I think it's because we were both so different musically with our ears. We definitely
Mm.
helped each other expand. But yeah, he didn't like it when he was like, "You like this loop?" Who was on Splice? I was like, "Yeah, that one." And then we started playing it and figuring it out and adding the drums and the kicks, and I was just like, "Yep, that's it. Just loop it. Let's get it on."
He did. You saw the vision, but he didn't really
Yeah,
quite see it yet in the beginning.
yeah. Because I mean, you know, as the writer, like like I didn't realize that writing was a gift until, you know, now. Like when I tell you, it's like once I hear it, it's
Yeah.
there.
I was
Something's
gonna.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about your writing process. Typically, are you already writing the song without the beat, or is somebody playing the beat and then you're writing to the beat? Like, what's your writing process?
Man, there's always a song in my head
Mm,
at all times throughout the entire day. There's a song.
right.
Now,
I like
whether
it.
you feel me, so like
Oh yeah.
when I hear something that brings the song out, it's fluid.
Hmm.
There's never a dull moment like that. You're never gonna get me not being able to give you a song. Now you just get a song I care about or a song I don't care about.
Right.
But
Right.
my gift,
Right.
you feel me? But my gift is always I can close my I don't like man. I'm trying to tell you like that. Like I said, I didn't know it was a gift, but I can make a song out of nothing, like a
Now,
rapper, but as a singer.
right. 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 Since you're so confident on your writing skills, have you been writing for other people or not
No,
yet?
no. The reason why I haven't, I've turned down a number of opportunities, and even my publishing company they asked me, and I was like, oh, maybe. But
Uh,
the biggest goal is I don't want to fall into the writer's void,
mm,
you know, because like my goal isn't to be a writer. If that's something that I do that brings me more income and I can write hits for people, and you know, that's another part of my resume and cool. But I'm in it to be a household name. I'm in it to make sure that these songs and this music, this brand, this face, you know it when I leave
yeah.
this planet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When I'm off this plane, I want that to be branded. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So like I've been focusing and working on that, and it's not to shy away from that or shy away from people who didn't do that, but I want to do that first, and then you know what I'm saying? I write
Right.
for whoever, but I want them to come to me from my sound. Don't come to me
Yes.
asking for a record for such and such to sound like such and such. No, you come to me because you want this,
I think you're doing it the right way. That's the way
and
to
that,
do it. That's the
and
way to
that's,
do it.
and I can't wait for people to come to me and be like, "Hey, I need that 7 a.m.
It's
sound
gonna
on."
happen, man. It's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
so
It is, man.
that's why I've been chilling on the writing.
I like it. That's smart. That's smart. Now, only a couple more questions because our time is limited, but two more questions. So I wanted to know, besides the writing, besides the recording, the albums, I've never caught you live. What's the live show like? What's the vibe when they go see you live?
Um, it's
What's the experience?
I try to embody what the record feels like live. So I can't wait to like the budget get bigger and we can do even more stuff to make that happen. But it's literally a vibe. Like you're not like you walk in from the time you walk in, especially if I'm throwing a show, not just like a show that I'm on. If I'm throwing a show, it's gonna be a vibe. By the time you walk in, there's drinks, there's the bars right there. You got beer pong, you got games, you got tattoo artists, you got
Oh, yo, that's dope.
yeah. Like I try to make it like a festival. You got like vendors selling edibles, you got food.
Right.
Like the show is it's an experience. It's a whole vibe. So by the time I get on stage, you don't have such a good time. You know what I'm saying? You just ready and the lights dim down. We get to doing our thing. And I perform with a band. So
Okay.
so it's live instrumentation plus the under the tracks underneath. So it's like a giant experience.
That's amazing.
It's an experience, man. So I put a lot of effort into live
And
shows.
I could already tell, like, even if it's 50 people or 300 people, you're still giving that same effort and that same experience.
Same exact experience. I prefer it. To be honest, I'm one of those cats, like, and I know you hear other artists say this. I enjoy when it's 50 people.
Right.
I think 50 people is like, I like to be able to ask a question and get an answer on stage.
Yeah, that's
You know what
dope.
I'm
That's
saying?
a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. So it's like, I really enjoy those. I think I'll never stop doing intimate showcases, no matter how big I get, to be real with you, because it's like, I enjoy them. So there's no reason to stop doing them.
For
Like
sure.
performing in front of 100 people that's a whole different, you know what I'm saying? That's like, look
Right.
at Dave Chappelle. When Dave Chappelle, like, he can sell out a stadium. But if you see his recent shows, he's in front of maybe 100,
Right.
in a
That's
lounge.
true. No, that's true. That's true. You're
Yeah,
right.
and it's a different type of show. It's a different type of feel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love it. But yeah. So it's definitely more intimate. The keys, it should be right here. Sorry,
No, all good. All good. This
but
is
yeah,
real. This is real life.
yeah, no, it
Freddie
is.
Lowe, 7 a.m. in the building.
Yes,
We're
sir.
here, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't want to take up more of your time. I know you got things to do.
I'm in the house. I'm in the house, man.
Dope, man.
This
Dope.
is my night.
So am I. I already finished, man. I already finished. I'm chilling, bro.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
chilling.
yeah. Some people like to get a refill on live.
I wish I could, right? Um, so where can obviously you see the at name right there, but where shout it out, where can people follow you? How can people stream your music? How can they follow the journey? Because I feel like it's only gonna go up from this point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So definitely follow the page, the actual 7 a.m. You can find me on every platform, 7 a.m. The albums are called Sober, Relapse, and Rehab is on the way, I promise. We got a single dropping.
Um, yeah,
Cut
yep.
out for
Go
a
ahead. You
second.
you
Yeah.
you said you said you had a single drop in when?
About 3 weeks, uh, called Ugly. So it's a look out for that, and a couple more rolling right after that. So the album's coming very soon. Very soon.
Looking forward to it, man. Try to throw me an advance copy, bro.
Yeah, nah, man. Send me your email.
Word, word.
Send
Listen,
me your email. I'll give you the whole. I'll give you the whole.
listen.
The
I would
enchilada.
word up. I would love to have you back on when the new album drops, when there's some buzz around it, so we can chop it
Okay.
up about that. But overall, I'm excited to see what the future holds for you because honestly, man, you got a dope sound.
Thank you, man.
And I think you got next, man. I really think you got next. So
Thank you.
um, keep pushing. You know, I know there's a lot of distractions, but avoid the distractions. Keep pushing, bro.
Listen, if there's anything I won't fuck up, it's this.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like on some real shit. My personal life can go, may go to shambles, but I ain't gonna mess this up. I didn't. That's why I've made it how I've made it. And where I've made it to, and I'm gonna continue to go forward because it's like this is. If I fuck this up, every decision I made leading up to this, nothing.
There's a lot on the table, but that's that. When you think about it like that, though, it's kind of stressful.
Yeah.
This is something that you're comfortable doing. This is something that I
Hmm.
could tell that you love doing.
Yeah.
So just do it as a natural part of your life. Like you said,
Of course.
every day is a blessing. So when you wake up, you gotta do this because this is something
Yeah.
that's a part of you.
I'll put it like this: it may be stressful, but when you grow up around a bunch of cats and you see it all the time, what stops you from quitting? It's that mentality right
Right.
there. It's that mentality. It's like I can't quit. So it's like it may be stressful right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's really the only thing that it keeps a nigga going. Because how many cats that say they want to do this and don't? They can't take the no's. They can't take the failures. They can't take their streams not going where they wanted to. They can't. The 1,000 was too little for them.
Right.
You feel me? So it took years. It's like when you put 10 years plus on something, yeah, you're not
Yeah.
doing it just because you love it no more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
No,
there's a
for
lot,
sure.
there's a lot of things that niggas love that they quit for what? So
Facts.
I'm gonna take that stress. I'm gonna take it right now because that shit keep me going. I started this because I love it. I continue it because I want
There it is, man.
it.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yeah,
That's a good point, man. People get really stuck on streaming numbers, on
mm-hmm.
followers. If you have a passion, don't worry about those things. Focus on what your passion is. Right now, 7 a.m., you got to focus on creating great music. Forget
Yes,
about
sir.
everything else, man.
Yes,
And
sir.
you got it, man. I love the mentality, bro. It was a pleasure chopping it up with you.
For sure, bro.
Seriously, man. Let's connect again when the new album drops.
No, for sure, bro. And make sure you send me that email so you can bump it, bro.
I got you, brother.
Pour you a cup and press play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yo, man, good talking to you, brother.
Yeah, for sure, man. Have a good night, bro.
All right, Seven, you too.
Peace to all, yo. Stay up.
Peace.